Hey, hopefully you guys can hear me. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Saturday Morning Cartoons. Am I muted? No, I am not muted. I guess you guys can see and hear me. Welcome to Saturday Morning Cartoons, yet another weekend where we show you and talk a little bit about Saturday morning cartoons, things we grew up with in the past. This week is Jerome's turn. So along with my great co-host here, Jerome Rose, and myself, we're going to talk a little bit about something that I'm totally not interested in, but nonetheless, we put ourselves through this each and every time Jerome comes up with something Disney related. Okay, now as what can I say? What are we? Floridians, Orlandoans. I'm actually not in Orlando. I'm outside of Orlando in the suburbs. Disney is in our face.
Crazy people.
It's for you. It's for you guys. It's like, you either do that or you go to Walmart. We rather go to Walmart. This is one of the worst.
I will say Walmart is far more entertaining.
Right. This is one of the worst times of the year to come down to the theme parks, especially with the temperatures moving up each and every year to another 10 degrees or so. Screaming and crying and complaining and standing in line for hours for a 2-minute ride. We Floridians know when the best time for us to go where you guys are not. So on that remark, good morning, cartoon crew. Anybody in the room? Where is everybody?
I think they're sleeping in.
Yeah, they must be. I don't see Terry this morning, although he did post.
Yeah, I don't see Cheryl. Yeah, where's Cheryl? Where's Odie?
Cheryl? Well, she was up late last night too.
I know. Willow is co-hosting a show that runs opposite us.
Oh, okay. Well, no big deal.
And everybody's over in Lakeland. That's
as probably is except
Charles.
Hey, Charles.
Over there in Nevada. So, hey, Charlie, good to see you, man. It's early for you, but we appreciate you showing up for this show. Hey, look, let's do a little bit of housekeeping here. Once again, we have I had a great show last night with Mark Knows Everybody, and the show on Wednesday was just as great. These shows are really ramping up with just interviewing people and finding out exactly what it is they do, not just for a living, but on a day-to-day basis. And I found some really interesting facts about a lot of people. Mark Street had some interesting facts. Rose, who was a guest last night, had some interesting facts.
Wait a minute. I thought we as hosts were not ever to be on the Mark Knows Everybody because everybody already knew all of us.
Is that something I said before?
You did say that.
I thought you said you would have us on later is what I thought.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I was about to say, one, I lied, and obviously I told the truth. I don't know. So anyway, yeah, well, that was all right. So let's get on with Jerome's show so I can go back to bed. And it's Disney, okay? And the show, of course, is called The Mouse Takes Over Saturday Mornings. And in fact, some of the shows that Jerome will be pulling up today, I actually like. So, big words, capital letters, SOME. Okay, so it's not like it's all of them. Okay, what the hell is recess? Well, I know we'll get to that, but I'm a Darkwing Duck fan. I mean, I so love it. Loving the shirt. Wait a minute. Oh yes, okay. It's loving it. I was trying to figure that out. I thought it was. Is that a plane? It's like no. It's a silhouette.
It's a silhouette of DW.
Yeah, it's very cool.
It's very Dark Knight,
It's just the distance that I'm seeing it from, but that's fantastic. So, Jerome, why don't you go ahead and start your show?
Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. So first off, I must, like all good journalists, I must let people know. I am a shareholder of Disney, so please come down to the Disney parks, buy more Disney stuff, make my share price go up. Okay, there you go.
You're an idiot.
No, I'm actually making money.
Yeah, okay. All right, maybe you're not. All right.
So in the 1990s, Disney bought ABC television network. They also bought ESPN. They bought a whole mess of other stuff because they wanted to expand more than just the movie studio and the theme parks. And when they did that, there was a change in their lineup of shows, and Saturday morning was among the many changes. They started off with Saturday morning the afternoon shows, which were very successful. They had, at the time when this happened, they only had one channel, which was the Disney Channel. And they started buying up some shows off of Nickelodeon and other networks. They showed them on ABC, and quite frankly, a number of them were successful that they went back into syndication and back onto the Disney Channel, or when they launched Disney XD, which was called something else at the time, that was popular. And there's one other Disney Channel out there. I think it's aimed at mainly younger kids like Gwen. But they keep using some of these old shows. Why? Because they're popular. They're sort of timeless. Some of them are, and these are the ones we're going to talk about. All right, Mark, could you please run clip number 1, please? If he's there. Mark's having technical problems this morning. And so, all right. So the first show took place in 1991. It was started originally on Nickelodeon. He's going to let me know when he's going to start the clip. Disney bought it out and saved the show for another 3 seasons. And when they launched it on the ABC, it was the network's highest rated show of Saturday morning. This was an incredibly popular show. Mark, you're muted, just so you're aware.
Yeah, with coffee.
Okay. Anybody want any comments on this show?
No.
He's sort of like a Charlie Brown-esque type character.
Yeah. And like I said, this show was really popular. I watched a couple of shows. I thought it was amusing, but I just didn't understand the appeal. But then it wasn't aimed at, adult Jerome.
I could never get into it, but I did see a few episodes of it.
It kind of looks like you, Jerome.
Thank you. Except he's not wearing glasses.
Yeah. Well,
my nose isn't that big either.
Says who? Oh no. Okay. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right.
So, there was criticism by people who worked on the show when it was on Nickelodeon. They thought Disney had toned it down a lot. But the ratings said otherwise. So we'll see what happens. Nickelodeon was going to cancel it after the 4th season. But
this thing went through 4 seasons?
Actually went through 7 seasons. 4 on Nickelodeon and then 3 on ABC that Disney had purchased it from.
Wow. See, I remember seeing it on Nickelodeon.
I've never seen this. I've never seen this. I know of it, just never watched it.
Yeah. Okay. All right, run the next one. This one's one of my favorites.
Oh, I thought the show was over.
No.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I like this next one. This one's a favorite of mine.
Okay. Okay. Film on.
So think buddy cop films, all the buddy cop films you've seen, or things like Gone in 60 Seconds, or anything like that. This show was basically the cop show for kids. Instead of the police, they were the safety patrol of the school. Fillmore was a former bad boy gone good. Ingrid, the goth girl, is the smart girl that caused trouble the first few days and then joins the patrol. And they solve all sorts of crimes and stuff going on at their school. Their school is huge, has lots of things going on. My favorite episode was the episode where they did the equivalent of Gone in 60 Seconds.
Oh, no. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Instead of cars, they were stealing scooters.
Oh, no.
It was actually pretty good.
Hey, Jerome, when did this air? Because I can honestly tell you I've never seen a single episode of the show.
2002 to 2004. It was out for 2 seasons. You should be able to find it on the internet. It's on a couple of sites. YouTube is not one of them. You think you'll have to go to like the Vimeo or one of the other sites. But this was I enjoyed the show a lot. It was pretty funny, in my opinion. Wow,
awesome.
Okay, no, nobody's seen this, huh? All right, well, geez, all right. Wow, man, you guys did nothing at the turn of the century, huh?
No, I was an adult. No, I'm just kidding.
So was I. So what? I still watch cartoons,
Yeah, I mean, we all adults watch cartoons. Yes. Okay.
All right. So, wow, this is running faster than I thought it was going to be today. Go ahead and run the next clip.
Oh. I got to go through steps to do this.
Yeah, well, I know you do.
Life is like a hurricane here in Duckburg. Great skies, lasers, aeroplanes. It's a duck blur. Might solve a mystery or rewrite history. DuckTales, woo! Every day they're out there making DuckTales, woo! Tales of daring, do bad, and DuckTales. Danger, watch behind you. There's a stranger out to find you. What to do? Just grab on to some DuckTales. Woo! Every day they're out there making DuckTales. Woo! Tales of daring, do bad, and good DuckTales. Woo! Not ponytails or cotton tails, no DuckTales. Woo!
All right, there you go. That is from 1987 to 1990, 4 seasons of the original DuckTales, and I've got to admit, I like the new version much better. Okay.
I haven't seen it. I mean, I've seen the original DuckTales, but I haven't seen the updated version.
I can tell you that my son, that's my favorite, but he loved the new DuckTales, and he cried when they found out they were canceling it.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to find this then.
It's on Disney Plus.
He thought it was a brilliant show. He really enjoyed it.
Oh, look, Cheryl's finally away.
Hey, Cheryl.
Morning, Cheryl.
Gotta cut that drinking out.
Yep, the adventures of Scrooge McDuck and his nephews, plus Webby, which is the housekeeper's granddaughter, reimaged 4 years ago with David Tennant as the voice of Scrooge McDuck. I've got to say, what we listened to, it would that song just dragged on. The new version, so much hipper and better.
Really?
Oh yeah, and the stories are much stronger in the newer version.
Do we not have a copy of the newest version of the theme?
No, I didn't bring it. I didn't include it in this one.
It's a lot hippier. It's a lot.
If you want to find it while we're talking about this show,
go for it.
I did watch DuckTales, the original too. I liked it.
I remember reading Scrooge McDuck comic books, and when the show came on, I just decided I really wasn't interested in it. So I really didn't watch the original. I watched the new version to see what Tennant had gotten himself into.
Well, here's something. I'm trying to figure out which is the newest version, which is the older version. You may have to
Scream.
No, I'm looking through these. I can't tell the difference between the new version. There's a German version.
No, hang on a minute. I'll find it for you. real quick.
DuckTales intro and outro. What looks new?
I'll tell you that Rachel also liked the new one too. They enjoy some of these Disney shows, especially the newer stuff that's out. They both watch it.
I know.
One of the things they have in common that they like to talk about.
Yeah, it's the new version. Like I said, the new version. The stories were definitely a lot stronger. Hang on a second.
Yeah, it had like I think it had a more like a story arc kind of thing.
It did.
And I think that's why Christopher liked it so much.
Here, I'm going to send you a link.
I may have found it.
Hang on a minute here.
Got it. All right, stand by. Whoops, stop. Need to pause you. Stop. Thank you. All right, now let's get this into share.
Yeah. There, if that's
Whoa.
if the one.
Wow.
No, epilepsy warning.
Yeah. That was weird, huh?
Yeah, that's it. That's the new version.
I'm way ahead of you, Jerome.
Race cars, lasers, aeroplanes. It's a Duckler. Might solve the mystery or rewrite history. Every day they're out there making DuckTales. Tales of daring, do bad and good luck tales. Danger lurks behind you. There's a stranger out to find you. What to do? Just grab onto some DuckTales. Every day they're out there making DuckTales. Tales of daring, bad and good, not ponytails or cottontails, no DuckTales.
Ouch.
Yeah, it's fun. I do love the new version. They play with a lot of the old cliches of Disney, like Donald's talk. His nobody can understand him type of thing.
Yeah.
They played with that. They show you how Daisy and him hooked up, which is a good episode. And my personal favorite is anytime that they do the Woodchucks, where one of the members is a member of the Woodchucks. I always crack up on that because it's a takeoff on the Boy Scouts.
Oh, got it. Woodchucks. Aha. Okay. Cool.
So my favorite character, Rose will appreciate this, is Webby. I love Webby. Webby is the smartest of them all, and basically she's naive to a fault, but she knows more than everybody.
Yep.
So.
All right.
All right. All right, well, we have another one that started off as a Disney by the way, DuckTales started as a Disney afternoon one and migrated to Saturday morning. This next one was also part of the Disney afternoon crew. So, no, not that one. That one.
No. Calm down, Jerome. I am accidentally clicking the wrong screens, so my apologies.
No, that's okay.
Down. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so go ahead and run the clip.
Yeah, today is a bad tech day here. All right, there you go.
We've had worse.
Yeah. Oh, what happened? See what I mean? Oh.
Sometimes some crime goes slipping through the cracks, but these two shoes are picking up the slack. There's no case too big, no case too small. When you need help, just call Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers.
Okay, so what you got there is the great detectives Chip and Dale have created this detective agency called Rescue Rangers. Basically, they solve the crimes that the cops won't do. They're small crimes, etc. They showed up in a lot of Disney shows. They did a lot of crossovers. Most notably, they showed up in the most recent version of DuckTales, if you missed it. I don't know what to say about this show. I didn't watch it. I didn't care for it, but I did laugh at the costuming here. We've got one trying to dress up like Indiana Jones and the other dressing up like Magnum. This ran 4 seasons from 1989 to 1990. I mean, 3 seasons. I know it sounds like it didn't run 3 seasons with those numbers, but it did. It's popular. I've seen people do cosplaying from these characters. Okay.
Chip and Dale are my favorite Disney characters, by the way.
Really?
Yes.
Did you watch this show?
Yes, I did.
Any thoughts on it?
It kind of reminded me of Simon and Simon. I thought it was a lot of fun. I like the costuming. I really enjoyed the stories, so I really enjoyed that show.
Okay. Obviously, Mark did not watch this show.
Nope, did not.
All right, well, the next one's the popular one.
Yes, I watched this one.
All right, I even have this one on DVD, so go ahead and run it.
I think everybody has it on. Well, no, I don't have it on DVD. All right, but I like this. This was a good tape.
Mystery, Chippy and the right swoops out of the shadows, darkly of the night. Somewhere, some villain schemes, but his number's up. 3, 2, 1. Darkwing Duck. When there's trouble, you call DW. Darkwing Duck.
Let's get dangerous.
Darkwing Duck. Darkwing Duck. Out of snow and he appears, the master of surprise. Who's that cunning mind behind the shadowy disguise? Nobody knows for sure. Bad guys are out of luck. Here comes Darkwing Duck. Look out! When there's trouble, you call DW. Darkwing Duck.
Let's get dangerous.
Darkwing Duck. Better watch out, you bad boys. Darkwing Duck.
Yay, Darkwing.
Now, the funny thing about Darkwing is he started off as a spin-off from DuckTales. Okay. As a parody of Batman and James Bond, he was supposed to be 00 Duck, was the original idea. And basically, he was what you saw, the bumbling hero, very Inspector Gadget-like, and his daughter Goslin, which I swear they time-traveled Gwendolyn back then.
It looks like her. Now that you say
Okay.
that.
Yeah, it kind of looks like her. Huh?
Okay.
What's the other little duck's name?
God, I can't think now.
The one with the glasses on.
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking. He's the next door neighbor. The Muddlefoots is his last name. He is
The Muddlefoots.
Yeah, that's the family. The father sells some sort of Tupperware like thing.
He looks like a Eugene.
No, he's not. Hang on a minute. Now you got me wondering.
Yeah,
Jeez.
yeah.
Shame on you.
Yeah. Oh, he was there in the picture. I just don't remember his name myself, be honest with you. I kind of thought of Duckwing as a little bit of the Shadow as well.
Yeah.
When I saw him, but they put Dark Wing to it, and I said, okay, well, it's kind of a trade-off on Batman there, but that's really cool. And who is the big? Is he an albatross?
Who?
Yeah, the big one.
Oh, come on. That's he's on he started off on
He was on DuckTales. He was on DuckTales.
Yeah.
Wasn't he? Yeah.
Yes, that's Launchpad.
Launchpad. Okay.
Okay. And by the way, the kid is Honker.
Honker.
Right. His brother's name is Tank, the bully.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my god.
All right. So a couple of things about Darkwing Duck. They released 2 volumes of episodes, which are basically the first 2 seasons. They have yet to release the 3rd season.
Ooh. Okay.
On the season on volume 1, when they did the first episode, is actually been edited fairly heavily. The first episode was released on VHS, and it was longer, and it included a number of scenes that you saw in the opening credits, but not on the episode itself on the DVD version.
Right.
Also, there is an episode that aired once and has never aired since. You can find it online, basically the equivalent of Gosling selling her soul.
Oh dear.
Yeah, you can guess why that show has not shown again, and
Wow.
who's responsible for that.
Wow.
Okay, which is ironic because not only does she sell her soul, but she actually they beat the devil fairly well in the episode.
Cool.
Okay, so the good news is, like they did a re-imaging of DuckTales, they're now doing a re-imaging of Darkwing. Darkwing showed up 3 times in the new DuckTales. Okay, so they're doing a good transition as to who the new DW is and everything involved.
So what is that Darkwing? How is the ones that showed up in the newer DuckTales series? What's the difference between that Darkwing version and previous Darkwing version?
Well, the previous version, you had at least 4 that I saw origin stories of the character. They could never really nail it down.
Wow.
In this one, Darkwing was originally a TV show that Launchpad loved. They made lots of reference. He even has a little bobblehead of Darkwing on the dashboard of the car and the airplane.
Yeah.
And they were going to make they were going to do a re-imaging movie of DW, and there's a whole episode about how the actor becomes the new DW. The old actor, a la Adam West, basically loses his mind and becomes Negaduck, the arch villain.
Oh man. Okay.
DW shows up to save the world with all the other characters during a season-ending cliffhanger, and then you get the big episode where DW gets a reintroduction of all the 4 major villains, and basically it's the equivalent of the pilot for the new show.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of similarities, and you can see that Launchpad will eventually be shifting over from the DuckTales universe to the DW world.
Wow.
Very good stuff.
Yeah, you know too much about this series.
Well, yeah, I love DW.
Yeah.
You know,
Cool beans.
so yeah, I love the villains. The villains are perhaps the main reason to watch it, not so much DW. The villains are outrageous. I mean, think 1960s Batman and the outrageousness of them. These are just great villains.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's pretty much it for that.
Cool.
All right, so the next one is from 1997 to 2000, ran for 5 seasons. So go ahead and run the next clip. That's number 6.
This ran for 5 seasons?
Yep, very popular.
Okay.
Who's that girl? What's her name? Is she cool? Is she lame? Oh, you're talking about what's her name? Deborah Ann. Is she lame? Is she cool? Is she breaking every rule? Is she anybody's fool? Deborah Ann, Deborah Ann, marching in her own parade. Deborah Ann, she's like one in a million. Deborah Ann, much too cool for 7th grade. Catch her if you can, Deborah Ann. Who? Is that girl from gym class?
No, that's me.
Oh. Who is she and why does she have her own song? Did someone take my lunch? Pepper Ann, marching in her own parade. Pepper Ann, she's like one in a million. Pepper Ann, much too cool for 7th grade. No one's cooler than Pepper Ann. She's her own biggest fan, Pepper Ann.
Cool.
Catch her if you can, Pepper Ann.
Okay.
Cool.
5 seasons, very popular with girls, an important market that most animated shows miss.
Yeah.
It's the first animated show, Disney animated show created by a woman as the showrunner.
Oh.
Okay. Follows the ups and downs of the title character in the 7th grade, which Rose can assure you is not fun helping a daughter grow through the 7th grade.
No, it is not.
Which, by the way, Rose, I want you to know you'll be getting emergency phone calls in 5 years.
Yes. I'll
Okay.
be careful too. I've gone through a lot.
So you're on. Just so you know, you are on speed dial for when the 7th grade happens. Okay.
This girl's got big feet.
Yes, they all have big feet.
Yeah.
But like I said, this show was incredibly popular. I was surprised that when I did the research on this, how popular this show was.
Obviously, I've never heard of it.
Really?
Yeah.
Rose, have you heard
I
of this?
haven't heard of it either, but I can tell you why. That's in between the time I was doing school and working full time, right before I got my job, and right before it. I think you said it ended in 2000, and that's when Rachel was born. So that's why I do not know about Pepper Ann. I wish they would. Rachel would have probably liked it.
Oh, yeah.
It was something she would have enjoyed, but I don't remember seeing it at all. Even in they didn't really rerun it.
No, they didn't, which is surprising considering how popular it was with girls. And again, where animation is concerned, the networks seem to forget that girls exist. You know, and this one was pretty popular. You know, I really, I watched it a couple of episodes. It, for obvious reasons, did not appeal to this boy. But I could see where the popularity was. Like I said, it followed all those, those growing issues that girls had to face at that age. And all the ups and downs of social cliques and bullying and everything else, which are different for girls than they are for boys.
Oh yeah, it's much different.
Yeah. So, all right. Next is one of my all-time favorites. I have met the lead character voice, and so has Gwen. And I have a picture floating around on my Facebook page of me and her and Gwen. So, if you could please run
7.
clip number 7, yes, please. This is a good one.
Oh yeah. I'm your basic average girl, and I'm here to save the world. You can't stop me, cause I'm Kim Possible. There is nothing I can do when danger calls. Just know that I am on my way. It doesn't matter where or when there's trouble. If you just call my name, Kim Possible. Call me Big Man if you wanna reach me. When you wanna face me, it's okay. Whenever you need me, baby. Call me Beep Man if you wanna reach me. Doesn't matter where, doesn't matter when. I will be there for you till the very end. Danger or trouble, I'm there on the double. You know that you always can call Kim Possible.
So what's the sitch?
Call me, beat me if you wanna reach me.
Oh, yeah. Kimmy's a favorite. Kim Possible did 4 seasons on the Disney Channel, which was a first. Simply because when they ended it on season 3, fans were livid at the cliffhanger ending. There was huge petitions sent out, and they gave Kim Possible a 4th season, which was unheard of on the Disney Channel. Kim Possible was also shown on Saturday mornings as one of the early shows. Yes, the Naked Mole Rat is a great song. I didn't think to bring it, Cheryl, because I thought I was going to be short on time. Basically, it's the equivalent of going on American Idol, and they discuss how Ron got his naked mole rat named Rufus.
Do I need to look for this?
If you want to, it's kind of amusing. It's basically an amusing rap song. There's also the villain is also on the show, Dr. Draken, doing a push to get people to take his mind control shampoo. Yeah, it's a definite earworm, Kara says. Oh, we lost Rose. Okay. So this show, strong female lead, popular with both boys and girls. Considered one of the best of the Disney Channel's original series. Nominated for a record 5 Daytime Emmy Awards.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah. They made a live action version of this, which the less said about that, the better. It was pretty horrible.
Was it?
Yeah, they really did not follow the cartoon. They decided they were going to do their own thing.
I see.
And it really lacked a lot of the fun that the original had onto it.
Wow. You know, I honestly never watched this either. Wish I had.
Oh, it is a
But I
great
wasn't
show.
really watching, unless it wasn't Star Wars related, Clone Wars, anything like that. I really wasn't into Disney. Disney XD, I think, was the channel I was following, but I wasn't watching any of the children's shows.
Well, this one's available on Disney Plus. So, watch a couple of the episodes.
Yeah.
It's a lot, like I said, it's a lot of fun. And again, remember, if you're say a preteen or just getting into that teenage years, this is definitely a show. Yeah, I agree, David. It did. It was. I mean, I'll give them A for at least attempting it, but I think in the execution, I think they went in a direction they really shouldn't have.
You know, I would have watched it. This is really a cute looking character. You know, I don't know if it's the green eyes or the red hair. That's
I'm hoping my daughter turns into Kim Possible.
Yeah,
okay.
that's my kryptonite. But I really would have watched it had I, scheduled it into my viewing time.
David, I watched it. I didn't have a daughter at the time it came on, but I watched it because my ex-wife was a high school teacher, and it was being talked about in high schools.
Yeah.
So
interesting.
What's interesting is they changed her look. They changed her look in the later seasons.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah.
What'd they do? Cut her hair?
No, they got rid of the. If you notice in the pictures of her, she's basically exposing her midriff.
Yes.
They got rid of that.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm okay with that.
Yep. And then they brought in some interesting villains later on. My personal favorite, when you watch it, is Motor Ed. Okay.
Motor Ed.
Yeah, he's a villain from Jersey.
He's the gearhead. I get it.
Yeah. Oh, he's hysterical the way he talks about it. Yes, they did 2 animated films. So the drama, and I can't think of what the other one, David. If you can bring up what they are, that'd be great. One was a time travel, and one was basically Kimmy gets a date to the prom, which is interesting, and how they basically the equivalent of a Happy Meal tries to take over the world.
Right.
And again, very funny stuff.
Well, I'll check it out. I'll give it a chance, knowing I can access these things easily through Disney Plus. So I'll give it a chance. And
I just wanted to ask Rose when she came back if she had seen this, and if what she thought of it. But I guess Rose is.
Oh, we'll wait until she comes back and
Stitch in Time. That's right. Thank you, David.
When she comes back, just revisit it. Stitch in Time. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So the next show, ironically, I was stunned by this when I looked it up. 6 seasons of this next show.
Let's stand by. Let's back up a little bit.
Oh, there she is.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome
sorry
back.
About that. Comcast has once again reared its evil head.
Yeah.
Are you still talking about Kim Possible? You were about to finish.
Absolutely, Kim Possible.
Okay, I got to put my 2 cents in on here. Strictly, this is from Rachel's point of view. Rachel, absolutely.
Uh-oh. She absolutely.
Yeah. Rachel, well, I'll do the evil side. Rachel absolutely hates this girl. This is the girl that Rachel wanted to grow up to be, but knew she couldn't. Thus, her despising this character just grew and grew over it. And how dare she show her belly button? You're showing this to young teen. What's going to happen? They're now going to walk out in public showing their belly buttons because they want to be like Kim Possible.
Which was funny because that's a very 90s fashion sense, the belly button. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, absolutely. A lot of breakdancing days. We are hanging on to Rose's every word. Yes. Well, I told you exactly how Rose felt. She
no, I don't think so. I think
Rachel knew Rachel went and dyed her hair red, and it turned out horrible. So
no way.
Green contact lenses. That's how much she was into Kim Possible. Kim Possible was impossible.
I know it was. What I loved about Kim Possible was there was like serious backstory and world building on this show. There was a lot of stuff there that they
did. She work for a spy agency?
No.
Oh, okay.
She
was a Lara Croft kind of character.
Yeah, kind of. She got free rides everywhere because her friend who ran her webpage was a computer genius. Sometimes she would work for the spy agency, sometimes she wouldn't.
Don't repeat the sentence from the beginning that you said, otherwise it's going to cut out at the same spot. Can you
Okay.
hear?
Here.
Okay.
I can you hear me? I'm on my phone.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. With regard to the movie that came out, we watched it, and Rachel was really disappointed because I think they made her a soccer player instead of a cheerleader.
Exactly.
And she said, and here's the thing, she's like, what is wrong with feminine girls being more feminine and being superheroes? Why can't they have both? Why do they have to make these girls soccer players or whatever?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
she did not like the remake at all. She loved the original series.
Right.
Hey.
I got it. Okay. Well, hey, look, I know how to speak for young girls. You know, we need more guys like Mark. More guys like Mark. One of us. Gabba gabba. Okay, so.
But yeah, I positively adore Kimmy. I got Gwen kind of hooked on Kim Possible. We use the phrase around here of please and thank you a lot.
You better.
Yeah, I had a chance to meet Christy Romano at a convention, and Gwen wasn't even 2 years. I think she was just past 2 years old. And there's a picture of Christy and me, and she's leaning down, standing next to Gwen.
Cool.
So, so I,
Well, who is this actress?
Mm.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
You know,
Maybe David knows.
yeah. Even Rose is going.
I remember we watched it at a hotel. We watched it at a hotel when we were at a convention, and it always seemed like those movies came on like when we were at a convention somewhere.
Well, yeah,
so
they
we
always
always
showed-
watched
they
those
always-
Disney movies.
Yeah, they always premiered on a Saturday night. You know, even David
Yeah.
says he has no clue.
Oh,
you
that's
know?
cool. That's great. I mean,
And again, you know, Kim Possible, the movie had great potential, but it just misfired on too many spots. You know.
Yeah. It was
so
a disappointment.
Rachel liked Kim Possible.
The series, yes, she did very much.
Yeah, so I got it all wrong. I thought Rachel despised this show and this character because, you know, this character represented everything I love about women. So I knew for a fact that, you know, Rachel wasn't, you know, gonna like it because Kim Possible wasn't possible. Yeah. Okay. All right. Just checking. Just checking.
Yeah, and like I said, you know, if you have not seen Kim Possible, this is considered one of the greats of the Disney animation.
I gotta squeeze it in. I'll find space.
It's on Disney Plus.
Yes.
I've already been watching it. It's great.
Already the 100 other billion shows I'm trying to get into.
This needs to go right near the top of the list.
Yeah, I will lose my life if I watch everything I want to watch. I would just die. But
Well, you know, we've got a gravesite for you.
yeah, well, you know, I want to go outside and play, but okay.
Well, speaking of which, why don't you run the next clip, please? Number 8.
Yeah, what
Great
the hell
segue.
is this? What the hell is this?
Well, watch it and see.
Something I've never seen. I like the opening. I
Okay.
like it.
Now the show is the exploits of 6 fourth graders. Okay, and what happens during recess and some of their classes, and how they interact with other kids from other grades, their own grades, and so on. It is a very complex world. The clicks and everything in it are very detailed done. My personal favorite is what's known as the Ashleys, which are the equivalent of the Mean Girls / fashion victims. This ran 6 seasons. from 1997 to 2001.
Wow.
David's right to portrayed kindergartners as savages. You know, they had war paint. They had the spears. It was hysterical. One of the sixth graders was crowned king of the playground and had to basically be King Solomon. It just also had a very Cold War mentality going on in it too. It was known for it. This was a fun show. It's kind of ran in two 15-minute segments. And over time, you really got to know the characters. The funny thing is the principal was voiced by Dabney Coleman.
Okay.
wow.
Who was the teacher voiced by?
I don't. There's several. There's two teachers. There's two main teachers.
Oh,
One
okay,
is Finster, which was the big heavy woman. That's April Winchell, and the other one, where is she? Miss Grokey, Allison Beasley, Alice Beasley. You
Okay.
remember her from
Oh my
Moonlighting?
God, that's Bewitch's aunt. No. Cousin?
No.
Aunt?
The receptionist from Moonlighting.
Oh, that Alice
Oh,
Beasley.
yes.
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 Okay.
Now, the big heavy kid, which his name is Mikey, is also a singer, and for the singing, they brought in Robert Goulet.
Oh my
the voice.
God.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Gotta
So,
find
again-
that one too.
Again, this Disney Plus, and it's a lot of fun. I mean, it's pretty much you turn it off your brain because I mean we're not talking high drama here, but for kids it was a good show. You know, kids loved it. I mean, the fact that it ran 6 seasons says that it was popular. I know
Right.
I watched it as an adult just because it was amusing and it was a very good escape show. You know, you watched it and you suddenly you're fourth grade again.
Yeah.
You know, and that was the beauty of that show. I liked it. Yes, I will be getting Gwen to watch the show. Okay, when she's in the 3rd grade next year. Oh, Rose got muted. Rose, did you mute yourself or did Mark
Here,
mute you?
I'll unmute her.
Okay.
Oh, no, that's you, Rose. It's on your side somehow. I know she's on her phone, so I didn't know that was possible.
Yeah, I don't know. Hang on a second here.
Yeah, I can't unmute you from here, Rose. Hold on.
There
Let me
you
drop
go.
you.
Oh, there
you
she
go.
is.
The phone
What'd you
muted
do?
itself. The phone muted itself. Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
That's the beginning. That's how it starts.
Skynet.
No
This is just a
Skynet.
very weird day. This is just a
no
very
one
weird
would
day.
believe me. The rise of the machines are here. They don't get it. Okay.
Yeah. So I mean they dealt with how nerds dealt with recess, which was they didn't go out into the recess and so on. It was a very fun show. But like I said, it you can find it now on Disney Plus, so on. All right. So Rose, did you ever see this show at all?
I saw some episodes. I didn't watch a lot of it. But it was cute.
Yeah.
It was a cute show.
They had 2 movies. One which was they moved on to the 5th grade, like you saw. The other one was they had to save recess from the Department of Education.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
That's
There was
funny.
I'm trying to think who was the actor on that one. Let's see here. They're the Ashleys, King Bob. Let's see here. The specials. Yeah, films. Here we go. Let's see here. The School's Out, which was James Wood.
Oh, James. Oh, good God. That's
He played the
appropriate.
villain. They had
Very
a
good.
Christmas one.
Yeah.
They're captured by the kindergartners and then taking the 5th graders when they graduated. Again, it was a lot of fun. James Wood as the villain was perfect with the way his voice is, and you'll see one of our discussions about him later. All right, so if you could please run the clip number 9.
Clip number 9, and Rose will pop back in when she got
Yep.
everything
Mhm.
together.
She got a superstar cat. Who knows where it's at? So get up and raise your hat. She's a spellbound acrobat. So have you seen her? She's the greatest. Super magic. Call Sabrina.
Dum-de-dum-dum-dum.
Okay, Sabrina the Animated Show is a spin-off, or a sort of spin-off of Sabrina the Teenage Witch, which was popular show at the time. The funny thing about this is the voice of Sabrina in the animated show is done by Emily Hart, the younger sister of Melissa Joan Hart.
How
Oh,
about
that's cool.
Yeah, the show is basically the equivalent of Sabrina the Teenage Witch, only instead of being a teenager, she's about 10 or 11. They did include the voice of Salem the cat is the same one from the TV series. This ran for one season, wasn't as popular as the show. Had all the same characters, just made her younger. Kara is a fan of the TV show because she loves the cat Salem.
I really enjoyed that show, the live version on ABC.
Right.
That was a fun show.
Mark would like cats after watching Salem. Because
No,
Salem's trying to take over the world.
I've seen a live action version.
That's what I'm talking about. But anyway, ironically, only one season. I watched a couple of the episodes. I found them fun. They weren't really heavy, but they were a lot of fun. I'm surprised it only lasted one season.
Yeah, I'm surprised too. Because Sabrina is very popular, and I mean, they still have going on today new Sabrina show. So
yeah. Definitely not the same though. The Netflix one is
I have
way
not
darker.
watched it. I heard it's really dark. So
It is. It's wonderfully dark, and there's a lot of humor too in it about it. But it's like I said, I was surprised. I thought it was more popular than it was, but apparently not. So, okay. The next one is an incredibly popular show. So go ahead and run clip number 10 there, please, Mr. Mark. Making faces.
1,000 years ago, superstition and the sword ruled. It was a time of darkness. It was a world of fear. It was the age of gargoyles. Stone by day, warriors by night. We were betrayed by the humans we had sworn to protect, frozen in stone by a magic spell for 1,000 years. Now here in Manhattan, the spell is broken, and we live again. We are defenders of the night. We are gargoyles.
Okay, perhaps one of the most popular animated from Disney, 1994 to 97. This in the Comic-Con and sci-fi world, this is an incredibly popular show. 3 seasons, follows the adventures of a group of gargoyles that have been around for over 1,000 years. Dark themes and storytelling made this show popular with teens and adults. Still has a strong cult following. There's even a live action version of this in the works. Marina and Jonathan were in Marina Sirtis and Jonathan Frakes did voiceover work on this. I never watched it, but I just know how popular this show was. Have you guys seen this?
Of course.
Okay.
I have seen some of it, but I was working a lot at that time. But I used to catch it when I was home.
Yeah. And yes, David, we did cover Fillmore early in the episode.
It was the second one we on our list.
Oh wow, there's somebody who knows Fillmore because we didn't know it.
I guess I'm not the only one. Gargoyles. It's still got a solid following. The problem is Gargoyles, I don't think has ever been released on DVD, and I don't know if it's available on Disney Plus. The fans have been screaming for years to get this released so people could watch it.
Well, you had a lot of TNG fans that went over there and watched it just because Marina and Jonathan won. And I think Michael Dorn also did work on there.
Whoa. One at a time, guys.
And I don't know if it's available on Disney Plus. Wait a minute, why? Okay, so I Yeah, a lot of TNG fans did go with it, but a lot of the fans of it are not TNG fans who basically just watched it because it was this nice fantasy storyline. They even imply that the woman detective, and the lead gargoyle have a romance going.
Yeah.
But again, I've got to sit down and watch it. It's one of those on my must list to watch.
Well, I can probably think that the religion faction probably threw in their 2 cents, mainly because of this demonic relationship, humans having a demonic, having a relationship with basically with the demon. They'll make up all kinds of excuses not to have shows such as this on. But hey, they showed their belly buttons then, right? Right? This was a show with belly buttons. So
yeah,
okay.
I think some clothes were missing also on a few of them. But yeah. This was interesting because your villain was you had two villains. One was a gargoyle, and one was a multi-millionaire, billionaire, or whatever.
Yeah.
Right. And it was an interesting take on some of it. There was some time travel back and forth. There was, and there was, you had mecha gargoyles and so on. Yeah. And yes, Charles, Gargoyles is on Disney Plus. So it covered a lot of the basic things in the genre, but they put some definite new spins on everything. You know, some real character development too, from what my understanding. So
yeah.
Okay, we have one to go, one last one, and if you feel like running that clip, please. And we'll show you one of my favorites also.
Hercules, whose dad needs a great creator. Hercules, is it bold? No one's braver. Is it sweet? My favorite flavor. Hercules, what a guy. Hercules, ask his friends. Hercules, honey, they won't lie. Hercules, 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 no one's fool. Now the boys in school. He's in training, smart and shy. The nicest guy, no complaining. He was a no one. Zero, never quitting. He's a hero. He's the most likely to succeed. Sing it, a hero. Against a hero. Give me a hero. Wait and see.
Hercules and the King for a Day.
I love this show. It was fun.
It is a good show. I like that show.
Hercules in high school. He hasn't met the girl later on. His friends are Icarus and Cassandra. Cassandra, who has visions. Icarus, who has a tendency, who has apparently flown way too close to the sun at one point because his brain's all scrambled. You have Adonis as the high school I would say beauty, but self-absorbed prince is a good description of him. Right. You have James Woods makes another appearance as the great villain, Hades, who, by the way, one of the all-time great villains. Let's not just kid ourselves here. He was a great villain. And this show actually at one point had the record for the most celebrity voiceovers.
Really?
Yeah. It was amazing because all the characters that they would bring in. My favorite was Jason of Jason the Argonauts, who came back after 20 years, was actually William Shatner. And he had found the fleece, and they weren't sure what the golden fleece was going to do. And he kept wondering if maybe it would make his hair grow. Which is, I thought, a very funny joke. If you've ever known Shatner. They did a lot of celebrity voices. If you look it up on Wikipedia and just look at the names of the people that did voices on this show. This show ran for surprisingly only 2 seasons, from 98 to 99. It's just basically lighthearted fun. Nothing serious, no lessons to be learned type of thing, even though they tried. And but if you watch the movie and enjoyed it, you'll enjoy this one too. So that's Disney, folks. I'm sure there's more, but those are the 11 I chose.
All right. What was the last Disney show that we did before this one?
We didn't, as far as I know.
Something Disney related. I can't
We did
remember.
not Disney. Rachel
Not
did her
Dis-
the not Disney.
That's it. Rachel,
Yeah.
Rachel did one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well,
Yeah.
that's great. David made a point here about religious factions getting involved or protesting. I disagree with him. I think that what they protested was some sort of implication that there was, quote unquote, excuse the French, bestiality because of the relationship between two species or two whatever.
Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah. Beauty and the Beast, right? You explained that to them too. I know. So those religious factions would, in fact, be upset over those kind of implications. Sure, they're hypocrites for one thing. So if they're going to have gargoyles on top of their churches to scare demons away, it's like, how hypocritical can you be? You know. So what did you do? You did nothing.
I think he just hit the enter button while he was trying to do something else. So
yeah, okay. So anyway, so look, this was good. This was great. I liked it. There's some shows on here that looks like that I've been introduced to that I'm going to have to do some investigation on and watch a couple episodes of. And
I think at least a couple of episodes of Fillmore. I think you would be greatly amused by that show.
By Fillmore, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I got a list here. I'm going to have to. I have no children. So there was no introduction for me to these shows because I didn't watch a lot of Disney channels. I love Disney movies. I love classic Disney live action series. But I guess once we got up here, it was was that the Shakti Mojo?
I didn't see this.
It didn't show up. Yeah,
it didn't show up.
David. Yeah, like you, never shows up. No, I'm just kidding. I'm glad you're here this morning, David. Good to see you, brother. But yeah, that was great. Oh my God, whose turn is it next week?
It's mine.
Oh, it's not mine?
Wait a minute, that's right, because we did who do we do
We're
last
back
week?
in regular rotation. So we
Yeah,
always do,
we had
we
Dream
always
of
do
Denver
girl,
last week.
yeah, we always do girl, boy, girl. So that's how we remember, but we have classic television. So my God, you got a double whammy next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we each had that. I think we each had probably had the double whammy already.
Yeah.
Which is weird considering we do classic television SmackDown every other
week.
Friday.
Yeah, well, it happens. It happens.
Yeah, but I'm gonna enjoy yours though, Rose, because it's like, oh my God, it's tell them what you're doing on Friday night.
Friday night we're doing Charlie's Angels.
Yes, you are, and I can't wait. I mean,
I have my clips ready. I'm just gonna try to edit them this weekend. I don't have next Saturday's show done yet, but what I'm planning on doing is, since Sunday's my 50th birthday.
What? Whoa. Next Sunday. Why are you even doing
Sunday,
this?
This Sunday's my 50th.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Oh,
well, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do my favorite cartoons of all time next week. 50 years of Rose's cartoons.
Oh my God, that's great. Okay, all righty. Well, send me your list, and I'll get those banners up and running when you're ready.
Yeah.
But I was 50 once. I think. I don't remember it. I don't think I did anything big time on my 50th.
I did.
As with every birthday, I really don't do anything big time. But my God, happy birthday tomorrow, Rose. You're gonna.
Thanks.
Are you staying up late tonight? Are you staying up till midnight?
Oh, I hope not.
Yeah. Okay. Now we know you're 50. Okay.
Yeah.
Now we know. So yeah, you're right.
What'll happen is she'll be in bed with her husband. They'll make some comment. And they'll go, "Yeah, good night, whatever."
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Rachel wants to take me out for lunch tomorrow, so that's what we're doing tomorrow. So.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, wait a minute.
Wow.
Now that you're 50, you can join AARP, right?
Oh, I already got something in the mail. Like just the other day.
Don't talk about my AARP. I'm a card carrying member.
So am I. So am I.
Yes, I love my AARP. So
we're old.
Yeah, we start to get the perks now,
Yeah,
whatever
they may be. Yeah, there you go. I agree, David.
That also means you have to go
Thanks,
to
David.
Yeah. You have to go to, like, what is it, like IHOP or whatever for that 4:00 dinner, to get those perks,
when my birthday comes up, you guys won't even know it. Okay, so
of course not.
That's how thrilling it is each and every year. on my birthday. But wow, that's great. It's too bad you're not. It's too bad we're not doing Sunday morning cartoons. You know, Sunday morning cartoons with Rosemary Rose. Yes. Hi, ladies and gentlemen. I'm 50. Okay, now let's move on. You know. Oh, but that's great. Oh, I wanted to do something. I wanted to show Kiefer. Kiefer, hopefully you're still around. You haven't logged off yet. But since you were not here, here's a gift for you. You know, I think I was on the safety patrol when I was in the 3rd grade. I remember that freaking orange sash that we all had. We thought it was such the biggest deal, you know. Ookla the Mock? Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's funny as all I got. So we wanted to show, since you weren't on, you know better now. You better get here by 9 a.m. You know we're 9 a.m. every Saturday, Keeper, and there may be something you want to see or you like that.
You know, and like I said, it was a fun show. There was lots of, like I said, you know, you think of your basic cop film, buddy film, action films. They even did a version of Bad Boys. They did a version of, like I said, Gone in 60 Seconds, Lethal Weapon. I mean, all the cliches. They did everything, and it was fun.
Yeah,
you know?
It's really how a lot of these modern day cartoons grow these kids up a little faster, because you're taking adult themes and you're throwing them into these cartoons, and the kids are like, "Oh yeah, I know that. Yeah, I like that." That's awesome. That's awesome. But yeah, okay. So Saturday morning cartoons is ending. We really appreciate everything that you guys did this morning. Rose, Jerome, you guys were fantastic in your commentaries and on your programs. Ladies and gentlemen, remember, if you want to be a guest on our show, you should try to get a hold of us as quickly as you possibly can and say, "Hey, you know what? I got something I think I want to show." But go ahead and reach out to us and host your own show for a Saturday morning cartoon that you may like.
Thanks, Cheryl.
Thanks, Cheryl. Very good job. Yeah. All right. See you, Kiefer. And we will see you guys next week. But in the meantime, go ahead and watch this. I didn't turn us off yet. So see you later, guys.